Hey, this is Saflevavi from LinkedInRef.com, and it's time for another viewer request. And in this video, I'm going to teach you a fingerstyle arrangement I've made especially for you guys and girls of the Bee Gees' How Deep Is Your Love? A beautiful song, amazing harmonies, beautiful chord voicings when they sing it. I don't mean my arrangement. The chords, the harmonies, the composition in this song is simply breathtaking. Let me play the arrangement first so you can see what I did with this song, and then we're gonna break it down lick by lick and learn how to play this. I'm gonna show you exactly how it's done. But first, it goes like this. Okay, so as you've seen, this is full of chords. You change a chord almost every second. It's a lot of fun, and it's also very, very challenging. So be patient, learn this one lick at a time, one chord at a time, and you'll be fine. Now the strumming pattern is basically picking the melody. For example. Okay, let's take something more complicated. Okay, for example, now the slapping sound is produced by muting the bass strings as you come down and leaving the high strings open. So when you hit the strings, when you strum, the bass strings produce the slap sound while the high notes are being played. Okay? Got it? Now I use this part of my hand, this part of my my palm to mute the strings. If you come up with a different technique, then you're welcome to it. That's just how I do it. You don't have to do it if it's not comfortable for you, but that's what I do. So for example, the beginning goes like this. Okay, see, these notes are still ringing. And then this. Okay, so I'm gonna try and show you exactly where to strum, but then again, this is my arrangement. You can make your own arrangement. You don't have to strum all the time. You don't have to slap the strings. You can create your own arrangement of this. This is just my way of doing this. You don't have to do exactly the same as I do. The intro. Let's start this. I was trying to stall for time. I really don't want to get into this. It's so many chords. D. You begin with D, a simple D. Okay? Pick, strum. And then D major 7, which is just 2, 2, and 2 on the first, second, and third strings. Okay, all on the second fret. You can do this too. Okay, and an open D string. Okay, an open D string because it's a D major 7. It's not. If you play this with an A bass, it's A6. If you play this with an F sharp bass, it's F minor. F sharp minor. You need the open D bass. Okay. Now the picking pattern for this is you pick strings 2, 3, and 4, and then the E string, and then you strum. Okay. So D, and then D major 7, and then G major 7 in this voicing. From high note to low note, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 on the E string, 3 on the B string, 4 on the G string, 5 on the D string. Okay, and you do this. Okay, you pick strings 2 and 3, and then the D string, and then the E string. Okay, because these notes come before the first beat. It's this. Got it? Now you heard how this comes around. This is the first beat, so you pick this before the first beat. And then this. What's this? This is G over A. G over A. Now, it's a chord that you can pick in many different ways. You can pick it like this, but you're already here in G major 7, so I wanted a different voicing. Now, another voicing would be this, which sounds good, but I figured the Bee Gees, falsetto sound, high voices, let's just use a high voicing. Now you can bar the 12th fret. You need an open A string, and the rest of the strings are 2, 3, and 4. Okay, it's open A string because it's an A bass, it's G over A, and you can pick this. But then, when you do this, you have to take the notes off. So what I did was using natural harmonics. I produced the natural harmonics on 12, on the second, third, and fourth strings, and an open A bass. Okay? Now if you do this, if you strum, you hear the A bass and very, very low harmonics. So just pick it. Use your fingers to pick everything. Okay? Produces the best sound. And then you can let go back here, and the chord is still ringing. That's why I chose this specific voicing. Then I play strings 1, 2, and 3, and then I play the intro again. I do this. I put on D sus2 because that's the melody. I see your. Okay. It's D sus2, open E string, 3 on the B string, 2 on the G string. You pick it in exactly the opposite order. You pick strings 3, 2, and 1. And then I hammer on the F sharp note when I play the D string. Okay, you don't have to, you can just pick the D chord. And then the F sharp note again, and then the second string again. So it's D, first string, second string. Okay, that's the first lick. Now, where does the strum come in? It comes in here. Okay, instead of the second F sharp note. Now it's not instead of because you pick it, but it's instead of picking just the note. So, got it? By the way, about the strumming. If you're not used to this technique, I suggest you practice the arrangement first and then practice the technique, then practice the strumming, then the slapping sound, because practicing all these chords and trying to learn a new strumming pattern, it's too much in my opinion. Learn the chords first, learn the melody, learn the licks, learn the arrangement, then practice the strumming. Have patience. This is not an easy arrangement. It took me about a month to practice it. So, and then this. This is F sharp minor 7. You bar the second fret, you put your pinky on 5 on the second string and you play this. The E bass, the third string and the second string together. Okay, strings 2, 3, and 6 together. And then the E string. Okay? And then this. Okay? This is G. It's just 3 on the B string and 3 on the E bass. And again, you pick strings 2, 3, and 6. And then you strum. So it sounds like this. Okay? You can also do this. You can also pick strings 2 and 3 and then the bass. Okay, which is a more correct rhythm. Excuse me if I correct myself. This is not an easy piece. You try explaining it slowly. Sometimes breaking down a complex piece is a lot harder than just playing it through. So, and then B7 flat 9. You can call this B flat 9, but I like to mention the 7. It's pinky on 3 on the B string, then 2 on the D string, 1 on 2 on the G string, 1 on the D string, 2 on the A string. Okay, so it's 3 2 1 2, or from bass to treble 2 1 2 3. Okay, it's a funky chord. It's a funky chord, but here it serves as a dominant chord to take us into E minor. Okay, so it's, you just pick it once. You pick all of these notes. You pick strings 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then on the E string, open E string and an F sharp note. Open E string, and then 2. The second fret, and then 3 along with the rest of the E minor chord. You don't have to put these 2 on because you only pick strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay? And then that's the melody. Okay, it's the E minor with a high third. It's a high G note, which is the third of the E minor chord. And then you pick 3, 3 again, open E string again. Strumming. It's here. Got it? And then this. It's F sharp. Bar, the second fret, first finger on 3 on the third string, and then you pick strings 1, 2, 3 and the bass. and then you add the third finger on 3 on the first string, on the E string. Okay, got it? And then this, which is A7-6 or A13 if you want to get sophisticated, into A7, which is just these two fingers on 2 and 2 on the E string and the B string, along with an open G string and the A bass. And then you take the third finger off and play the open E string. Okay, sometimes chord names are a lot more complex than what you actually play. Okay, this is A13. It's exactly the same as this this fingering. This is the basic 13 chord fingering. It's the same. Okay. But because I needed the E note instead of playing this, which doesn't sound good, I played this. Now the strumming pattern is this. Okay, instead in the middle of the two, between the two E strings. Okay, let's stop here. Take it from the top. D, F sharp minor, F sharp minor 7, G, B flat 9, E minor, F sharp, A7. Technically it's A13 into A7, but the 13 is the melody note, so the chord is A7. I hope you understand why. Because a melody is separate than the chord. Where are we? Okay, it's 2, 3 on the E string. 2 and 3. Now comes this nice part. Okay, it's 3 different harmonies on the same note. It's a high A note, and you're gonna play D5, F minor, F sharp minor, and B minor with this note. Okay, so it's 2, 3 on the E string, and then this. It's D5 with a high A, 2 and 3 on the third and second strings. It's a D chord with a high A, 5 with your pinky on the E string. So it's okay, and then it's just okay. It's the chord and then the A note 3 times. Then you take these off, leave the pinky on, bar the 2nd fret, creating an F sharp minor, and then you just play the chord, then the A note again. Then add these 2 fingers to create a B minor 7. And then it's this. Okay, it's the A note again, bass, then strings 2, 3, and 4, and you can take the pinky off. I play strings 2, 3, and 4, the B bass, then strings 2, 3, and 4 again. So it's pinky, bass, chord, bass, chord. Now instead of the bass, you can strum. Got it? So, D, F sharp minor, B minor. Leave the B minor on. You need the pinky now. So if you haven't taken it off, take it off now. You need this. Okay? I pick strings 2, 3, and 4, still on the B minor 7 chord. Hammer on the pinky on 5 on the B string this time. And then 2 on the E string. It's barred. So, okay. So it's, and then this. It's the E minor with a high G again. It's this, and then the chord, and then the G note 3 times. I hope I'm being clear. I have no idea if you're getting this or not. I really hope you do. I know this is complex. We're gonna go over this. Don't worry. This is just the first time around, and we're gonna go over this a couple more times. So. Got it? Chord, bass, the G note 3 times. Now the second time you play the G note, you can strum. Got it? And then this. Okay, this is the melody. And it ends on A7, so you're here. By the way, I suggest you put your second finger on the 3rd fret, because then you do this. Okay, but if you put your first finger, you can do this. Okay, it doesn't matter, sounds the same. It's 2 fingering for the same line. So. Hammer on from 3 to 5, 3 again, 2, all on the E string. Then you can either put a full A7 chord and just strum it. Pick it. The melody line is the open E string this time. I just like to put one finger here on the D flat note, because I don't pick the D string, so I don't have to put anything there. But if you want to, you can do it. You can put on the entire A7 chord, doesn't matter. Okay. And then this. Now we're going to the high part. You're done with the low part. It's 3 and 5 on the E string. And then it's this. But let's go over the low part again. Intro, D major 7, G major 7, G over A, twice, and then D, then F sharp minor 7, G, B flat 9, E minor, F sharp, A13 to A7, 2, 3, D5, F sharp minor, B minor, B minor 7, hammer on, E minor, 5, 3, 2, A7, 3, 5. Now it's G major 7 again, but this time in this fingering. Okay, it's a bar on the 7th fret with your pinky on 10 on the A bass, and you don't have to put anything else because again you don't pick the D string, but if you want to, you can put your 3rd finger on 9 on the D string because this is the chord. But you don't have to because you pick strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, so it's 7 all the way and 10 with your pinky on the bass. Okay, so it's... Okay, you pick the chord and then you pick the E string twice more. And then you take the pinky off and do this. 10, 7 on the E string. You still bar, so it's pinky on, pinky off. Now comes my favorite part. It's this. It's this. Okay, what's coming up is two minor 7 chords. F sharp minor 7, shaped exactly like the B minor 7 we did before. Okay, pinky on the E string. And then after we play a lick, we take this back 2 frets to E minor 7. Okay, so it's, I slide the pinky to 12 bar the 9th fret, add these 2 fingers for the chord, for the minor 7 chord, and then I play this. The bass, okay, 9 on the A, and then I strum, and I pull off with my pinky, okay? And then I play strings 2, 3, and 4, but my pinky is on 12 on the B string this time, and then I play it twice, and on the second time I pull it off. Okay, now my second finger is on 10, okay? So don't take it off. Okay, so, and then I play the bass again. So, bass. Alright, now that's the complex way of playing it. The simple way is just doing this. Okay, it's basically the same, but without this pull off. Forget about it, just play what I showed you. Now I hammer on the pinky on 12 again, and then I play the E string. Remember this? It's the same thing. You see how genius this composition is? Even on guitar, it makes sense. Okay, you hammer on the pinky on 12 and play 9 on the E string, it's the bar, and then the E minor 7 chord. Okay, it's the chord, and then 3 times. The melody is 10 on the E string, 3 times. And then it's this, you pull off the pinky, and then you put the pinky on 10 on the second string, and you play 7 on the E string, it's the bar. It's the same shape on B minor 7, E minor 7, and F sharp minor 7, and you basically play the same thing on different frets. I hope you notice it. So, and then it's this. And then it's this. Now it's 2 pull off to 0 on the E string, and then C7 9. I call it C7-9 because you need to know there's a 7 in it. It's technically a C9 chord. But it serves a diminished purpose, okay? It's this chord, okay? But with a C bass. It's a brilliant chord. It's the most brilliant chord in this piece because it's a disharmony and it's beautiful. Now, what you pick are strings 1, 2, 3, and 5, and I know that the E string is open. It's the melody note. Now you can do this. If you can make it sound good. I don't like it, but you can play it if it works for you. It just doesn't work for me. If it had worked for me, I would have played it. If you can make it work, more power to you. So, and then leave the chord on because you need to play the second string and first string again. and then this. It's F sharp minor. It's F sharp minor. Yeah. You just bar it because you pick strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. Add your pinky on the high A note, on 5 on the E string. Then 7 on the E string, 10 on the E string, 14 on the E string along with G over A. This time you bar the 12th fret up to the 4th string, leave the A bass open, so it's pinky on 14, 12th bar fretted, 12th fret barred. That's I said 12th bar fretted, 12th fret barred. You try doing this. This is not easy. And an open A string. So it's this beautiful chord. That's why I strum it, because this time it works. So again. And then the chorus. You play 14 on the E string. It's an F sharp note. 4 more times, and you play the D string, and only then you go there because you want to keep this ringing for a little more. So it's okay. Before we play the chorus, let's go over the high part again. G major 7, 10, 7, slide to 12. This is F sharp minor 7 now, so E minor 7, two 0, C9, strings 2 and 3, F minor, F sharp minor, 5, 7, 9, 14 with G over A 4 times. 4 times 14, D. Chorus. Chorus goes like this. Okay, this is the first line. The first and second lines actually. So we were here now. The D bass is ringing. Put on a D5 chord, 2 and 3 on the third and second strings, and you play this. Okay, it's 2 all the way on the third string, and on the second string it's 3, 2, 0. So it's it's you played the bass already. Bass now, and then the open D string. So 3, 2, bass, 0, and then this. Okay, just this, the A note. It's 2 on the G string. So, and then the bass again, and you play the same lick. Okay, so bass, bass, A note, bass again, bass. Then the G major 7, you played at the intro again. This time you just played as an arpeggio, 5 on the D string, 4 on the G string, 3 on the second string, 2 on the first string. So it's, and then this. 2 hammer onto 3, 2 again on the E string. And then this. This is G minor 6. Open E string, 3 and 3 on the second and third strings, and 3 on the E bass on the sixth string. So it's open E string, 3, 3 on the second and third strings and the G bass. So I play it twice as an emphasis. So it's okay. I created a sort of a break here because it's rhythm, break, emphasis, and then this 2 and 3 on the E string again, then the D5 with a high A again, 5 times. You play the chord, strum, chord. Okay, it's chord, note, strum, note, chord. And then I slide the pinky to 7. Then I bar 5 with an open A string. It's A minor. Okay, so it's got it. I play this first, then the bass. Strum. Then I play the A minor chord, and then I add the pinky on 7 and 8, or I can use 2 fingers, the third finger and the pinky. It's actually a lot more, it's more correct this way. And then B7. Now, we don't need the third finger on the A string. Okay, because we don't play it. So all we have is, not all we have, it's just 1 finger off. 3 fingers are on, so it's not all we have. It's bar on 7. The major note is 8 on the third string with your second finger. And the 7th note with your pinky on 10 on the B string. Okay, so it's okay, this is just a 7th chord. Now I forgot where we were. Okay, this. So you pick strings 2, 3, and 6. And then you wait a minute, and then the next melody line begins with the same notes. So it's strings 2 and 3 again, because it's breaking us down when they all, okay, when, and then it's 7 and 8 on the E string. You still bar, you can take the pinky off and you play this. Okay, you can play strings 1, 2, and 3. Use your third finger for the 8th fret. And then take the finger off and add the pinky again. It's B7 again. Okay, it's not as complicated as it sounds. It's B7, still B7, take the pinky off, 7, 8. Okay, it's 7, 8, 8, 7, and then the pinky again on 10. Everything I do here is harmonized with the G string. That's why it sounds like a chord and not just a melody. So I just play the G string with everything. So it's okay. You can also play all 3 strings, 1, 2, and 3, all the time. Okay, it sounds good. It's the chord with the melody. By the way, a very, very nice thing to notice here is that you're playing stuff out of the Romance, the romanza, the classical piece. This, do you notice that? It's the same fingerings, it's the same notes, it's the same melody on a different scale. That's why it sounds different. This is in a different scale than the Romance, which is in E minor. So it serves a different purpose. And then E minor again. I like to slide into it. You don't have to. Okay. So it's E minor. This is the melody. You can pick whatever you like afterwards. It's a whole bar of E minor. And then it's this. 3 and 5 on the E string again. Last line. G minor. You bar the 3rd fret. As usual, you pick strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. And pinky on 6. You pick everything. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Then 6 on the E string again. 5, 3 on the E string. Okay, leave the chord ringing. Okay, the chord is still ringing. And you begin again. I like to end here. I like to end on the G. By the way, this is the opening tune to Full House. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look. I wonder if they were influenced by How Deep Is Your Love. So I end on the G. You can run it over once more. Let's play the chorus again. We were here. D5 to D major 7 to D6. Twice. G major 7. G minor 6. 2, 5. D5. 2, 3. D5. I was thinking of the D5. Slide to 7. A minor. Romanza. 5, 7, 8. B7. 8, 8, 7. B7. Okay, when I say B7, I mean pinky on the 10. So 10, 10, 7, 8, 8, 7, 10. E minor with a high 3rd with 3 on the E string, a G note. 3, 5, G minor with 6 on the E string, a high B flat. 5, 3, keep the chord ringing, and back to D where you begin from the top without the intro. Okay? And so on and so forth. There you have it. How Deep Is Your Love? How complicated is this song? Before you go, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've got a ton of lessons to teach you for free. I've got a ton of lessons already. I'm making a ton of lessons for the future. And I will keep making them. Just subscribe and let your friends know that Lick and Riff is out there, so they can come and learn guitar as well. Not only your friends, your family, your enemies, your pets, your imaginary friends. Imaginary friends are more than welcome. And go to the website, download the tab. It's also for free. And if you want to give something back, of course, there's the donation button. I'd be very, very grateful for any donation whatsoever. Everything goes back to Lick and Riff, to making these lessons, and I'd be grateful, and every donation would be very, very much appreciated. Anyway, you go practice this. Take it slowly. Just have patience. Learn it lick by lick. Once you get a lick under your fingers, move on to the next one. Don't hurry with this one. It took me a month of practicing. So take your time and have fun with this. Get it under your fingers, make your own arrangement, and enjoy. This is a beautiful song. I hope you like the arrangement. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much for watching.